Good morning, everybody. Kathy Hawk here. I'm so excited this morning because the card that we're going to be working on with the message, remember they're divinely inspired cards, so make sure you have your own card deck. But even if you don't, the one we're going to be working on today comes from the third chakra. Now, you don't need to know chakras, but it is the solar plexus. It talks about embodied thought in the part of your body called the solar plexus, your power center, and that part of your body, when it connects to your thoughts, gives you inner power. That's what we're talking about here. And the message today, and which links into what I wrote about, are you upholding your promises to yourself? So, what is it that you say to yourself that is important to you, that you will do, that you will set? Some people say a realistic expectation, but in Clarity's world, it has to be a lights on expectation. So if you say to yourself, I'm going to make this week something, I'm going to work on something that I absolutely have been meaning to do. Let's say I'm going to organize an area. I'm going to go into my desk. Let's say I'm going to pick that. I'm going to go into my desk and I'm going to use all feng shui principles. I am going to create flow. I am going to make it so that when I sit at my desk, I am where I want to be. This is fun. I like it. I like it here. And let's say that's your realistic expectation, and you're going to uphold that. You're going to make sure you get it done. And then you're going to celebrate. And that's what this card is talking about. This is talking about celebration and versus resenting. And remember, that's the dark side. We always have the light side, celebration. Then we have its opposite, it's paired thoughts, which happens to be resentment. So celebration is your ability to find the positive, no matter how small, in everything and reflect that back to the world. Resentment is behavior that results from holding on to negative feelings and thoughts and absorbing it into yourself like a sponge. This cumulative absorption is often described as having a chip on your shoulder, and it is repelling energy. So here's a great question to take through your week. What can I do to celebrate all my accomplishments every day and make them, whatever you do? So what in it did you accomplish, and how you can literally, instead of having a chip on your shoulder, you can pat yourself on your back or on your shoulder. And Gary writes about that in the blog that you're going to get on Friday, which is really fun. He references Gretchen Rubin's book, The Happiness Project, and talks about the four types of people who do what they say they're going to do to themselves. So I know you'll enjoy reading his blog because he sums it up for you nicely. And I definitely have an upholder. That's that out of her four definitions. I'm an upholder. And what that means is that when I make a promise to myself, an internal promise as well as external promises, that I follow through with them. Now, what I've learned, the wisdom in all of this, is that I have learned what to say yes to and what to say no to. And that's huge. I used to say yes to everything because that's my tendency. And then I realized that I was wearing myself out. I was going lights off, trying to get every single obligation that I made to people done. So now my first question, and that's the one I want you to use, is does this light me up? Is this lights on what I'm going to say yes to? And if it isn't, and you must do it, then the question is, how must I do this with some kind of positive energy. So that's what I want to leave you with for the week. And I'll see you next week, and we'll have another great message. So between now and then, uphold your promises to yourself and celebrate. Pat yourself on the shoulder. So I'm going to end the broadcast now and tell you to have a great lights on.